one of the issues that prompted this is, of course, our wonderful director, Bill O'Brien, has been talking that he'd like us to talk about the right to work issue, because now there's a threat that some kind of right to work proposal is going to be put on the ballot here in Michigan, to try to make Michigan one of those right to work states. And, so maybe we could spend a little bit of time talking about right to work and unionization.
Right. Yeah, I was hoping, I noticed that Don has joined us in the control room, and I was hoping that we'd be able to talk with him about it too. But let me take a look at some of the things that I have known intuitively for a long time, and I'm sure all of us have. That is that taking a look at states that have the right to work laws, which seems to be to the benefit of business at the disadvantage of...
Maybe we should explain to people that a right to work law is a state law that prohibits unions and employers from coming to a contract agreement that requires all the employees to be members of the union.
Right.
And so it allows for some people, even if the shop is unionized, it allows for some people to opt out and not join the union and not pay dues, but to still get all the benefits.
Right.
But of course what that does is ultimately it divides the workforce, it undermines unions, and in right-to-work states we find very low levels of unionization. So it's a very deliberate attempt. The people that are behind this proposal to introduce right-to-work law to Michigan are very deliberately trying to undermine union. It's a union-busting tactic, plain and simple. Now they talk about it in terms of fairness and the right to work, and the right to work sounds good.
Yes.
But really what this is the right to undermine unionization.
Right. And
it's one of those Orwellian things where it actually means the opposite of what the words say.
Yeah, because it is not the worker's right to work. It's the business's right to control what kind of work. It's some of the ways in which the right to work effort here in Michigan will eventually end up hurting people. And obviously lower wages in right-to-work states, people make about $5,300 a year less than they do in states that are unionized. Fewer people have health care. 21% more people lack health care in those states that have the right-to-work law. Higher poverty rates, as we could imagine, 12.5 compared to 10.2. The infant mortality rate is higher, 16% higher in states that have the right to work law. Compensation, the workers' compensation benefits are less, and more workers are injured on the job. And we're going to have to leave and take our break for a minute, but just ending on the note that according to the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics, the rate of workplace deaths is 51% higher in states with the right to work law, where unions cannot speak up on behalf of their workers for safety issues. So we'll be back in just a second to talk more about this and other issues. Thank you for being with us.